We're facing a very complicated moment in the United States where I feel like we're seeing history right before our eyes. And we're having this conversation now on the occasion of International Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is a United Nations holiday set for January 27th, coinciding with the liberation of Auschwitz. Certainly, the word Auschwitz resonates right now after last week when a man marched on the Capitol of the United States wearing a Camp Auschwitz shirt. So it really brings to the fore this discussion of connecting the Holocaust to things that are happening now. And Mark, I would like to direct this question to you. Why should we talk about current events on International Holocaust Remembrance Day? And is this something that feels right to you? Is this something we should be doing?
Mm. That's a powerful question, and I come to it both from the lens of my current role as I think about kind of what does it mean to lead a Jewish community in the 21st century, and to build a strong, thriving community that both knows its own history, but that is very much engaged with the world of which we are a part. It feels to me like a particularly critical 21st century American Jewish question, which is kind of how will we use our voices, our privilege, our power to make this world and this society better. And so I think that, to talk about history, to tell our story, to study our texts without thinking about the context in which we're living and what voice they have to contribute to making meaning and making sense of our world, especially when it feels so broken. It feels like not only a missed opportunity, but in some ways an abdication of our Jewish and our moral responsibility. So to me, that's the kind of morality and the kind of the obligating voice of history, is to tell it and to apply it to the contemporary world in which we live. I do want to add a caveat, and here I speak as someone who spent most of my career in education. I do think that often the rush to interpret history through the lens of contemporary events and or to quickly extrapolate onto contemporary events can sometimes do a disservice to the history itself. And I think we need a really rigorous, nuanced process of really mining the stories and the history and understanding it, I would say, on its own terms. And by the way, that's another reason I think why oral history is so powerful. What is a better way to understand history on its own terms than through the experiences of the people who lived it? But I think we need to learn and educate our next generation to move back and forth between being historians and then kind of being moral and responsible citizens who learn from history and then apply it to the world in which we're living.